Total madness. Something happened along the way. Morality we can no longer afford. This is madness. Madness. This is madness. Total madness. What's going on in my country, Lord? Tell me what is wrong. I want to know. Hijackers, kidnappers, and multiple murderers. Trinidad and Tobago, long ago was never, never so.
A pleasant good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. And how are we doing this afternoon? It is another wonderful day in Grenada, Carriacou, and PD Martinique. Today being Tuesday, the 7th day of August, 2024. We are getting ready for another class in session program where we discuss important issues as it relates to the state. Go ahead right now, tag somebody, let them know that class is in session. To the persons on my Facebook and on my YouTube page, we want to say a pleasant good evening to you. May God continue to bless you guys, and that you're having a wonderful, wonderful day.
Rationality is no longer the norm. It might well be we need more social reform. Politicians do find in themselves,
We are going to have our conversation.
but allegations can be used.
Welcome to each and every one of you guys.
Touching that, something happened along the way. Now self-respect seem to have little value. This is madness. Madness. This is madness.
The most relevant song for today
Madness. Something happened along the way when intellect cannot resolve an issue. This is madness.
This is Grenada for you.
This is madness. Total madness
Never seen something like that to be live yet.
in my country, Lord. Tell me what is wrong, I want to know. Disrespect, the contempt, decent people cannot cope. If the judiciary losing hope in the battle against the crime and dope.
Definitely our conversation today is going to be prompt and straight to the point. May not be lengthy.
This is an SOS from the Trinidad. Location 7 miles off the coast of Venezuela. SOS, SOS, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Help! Help! The Trinidad, a luxury liner, sailing the Caribbean Sea, with an old captain named Eric Williams. For years, sailed smooth and free, but sadly Eric Williams passed away. The ship hit rough water that day, someone turned the bridge.
I want to say good afternoon to
Captain
all my viewers. We'd have had a slight issue there. Apparently one of the recordings was showing instead of the actual program this evening. So good evening to each and every one of you guys following me on Facebook or on YouTube. It is the 2nd day of September. How are we doing this afternoon?
Shall we abandon ship or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Whoa, whoa. And perish slow. We don't know, Captain, you tell me what to do. The Trinidad.
So I'm praying that we're on the same page now, because you guys were seeing me in a gray jersey before. I know you all have seen something totally different. We know. Normally what we do, we record all our programs And what would happen sometimes is that the recordings would start showing once we start going live. So we didn't get that out of the way. But however, we are now up and running. It is actually me you're seeing now, actual recording that is happening right now, alright? So good afternoon to each and every one of you guys. I hope many of you guys are hearing me right now and that we are on the same page as I aforementioned. To the persons on my Facebook page, good evening to you. To the persons on my YouTube page, good afternoon to you guys. Yes, Mr. Sincere, we did meet on Saturday. I definitely do know the face, alright? So good day to everybody. I hope everybody's doing fine today. And we're ready to have a conversation, alright? So today was the reopening of school, as we definitely know. Many of our students are back into the classroom. You know that we never left the classroom, right? We spent the entire holidays in the classroom. So they can't give us to talk about the classroom. We were actually in the classroom. To St. John, I am loving the attendance lately. I'm really loving the attendance. To the persons that are on my YouTube page, I was on really early. You guys were on really early today. So Alban Harris was there really early. Errol Bonaparte, Erica Thomas, Marilyn Ferguson, Christian Alexander, Miss Agnes Henry, Janice Mitchell. You guys were on really early, alright? So I know we're not going to talk about the fight.
If only there was something I could have done to restore the credibility of this beautiful vessel. Money's no problem. Now there's a lot of fingers pointing.
So we're going to get into the conversation very early. And we're not going to, as they do say, let's not bore it. It's a very long song. The voice of Gypsy there, sinking ship. And he was referring to Trinidad and Tobago. Well, what we can say to Gypsy is that Grenada at this stage could be singing that song. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, I want to congratulate all the parents, all the grandparents, all the guidance, the many of you guys who did what you guys had to do to ensure that your kids were back into the classroom. Maybe not getting everything that they need, but at least you're 85 or 95% there. We want to say congratulations to each and every one of you guys. All right, you all did an excellent job to have gotten the kids back to school. God's blessings that they have themselves a wonderful year. All right, Original Amede saying, "Come to Brooklyn, let's play some mass." Yeah, I miss that. All right, so a pleasant good afternoon again, and we are ready to have our political conversation or social conversation, whatever comes up. We are going to have that conversation. And let me say this in the most deepest of voice that I can say it. What? LNP people? All you ready, boy? Wow. Oh my goodness. What a turnout yesterday evening at the Trade Center Annex. NMPIs? No, sir. Like, I'm being very honest. I'm being very honest. The information as it relates to the meeting was disseminated on Thursday, right? On Friday, somebody met me in St. George's and they were like so enthusiastic. Am I seeing you on Sunday? So I was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna bounce up and so on and so forth. I was actually up on the countryside, so I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to the meeting, right? Yesterday morning, I got the information that the location would have changed. Well, Papa, that give more NNP people more speed. Because the amount of person who messaged me, is the location change? Are we going to have it in the same place? And then I said, no, it is at the Trade Center Annex. One person said to me, listen to me, I am living minutes away from the Grenville Secondary School. But however, it was about after 11 they said that to me. So they say I'm living there. I haven't heard anything about bus yet. But look, about after 1, I am going by the road and I'm going down to the trade center. I must reach back up. Because they say they live in Grenville and they live very close. But however, they haven't heard anything from anybody around as it relates to them getting to the trade center. But they said, listen to me, I going by the road, I looking for a green bus, I looking for somebody, and they're going to give me a job done. Ladies and gentlemen, the New National Party made a statement yesterday. Yeah, and election is about mood swings. And for the many of them who always talk about they know politics and they know anywhere you go within the world, they will tell you election is mood swing. People, a tendency, people's urge, people concern is what they normally would look at in terms of being able to say whether or not electorates or voters are ready to vote. Mood swing, as we are, many of us who, I don't know how many of you guys follow it like I do, the American election. You saw the difference with when the president was going up again to run for presidency. And you saw that mood swing that happened when the now VP is now the running person, the person running for presidency. Election is about mood swing. And ladies and gentlemen, the New National Party yesterday, I don't care what nobody say, they could speak all what they want to speak. Yesterday, if you're a true politician and understand politics and being in government and realizing that the opposition of a state can cause people within less than 3 days, you have to say less than 3 days, to could have caused, if that is supporters alone, let's take it to mean that is supporters, that is persons who were there that are just Grenadians, that are NNPIs. Mind you, I was not there. This is not persons from the diaspora that was there. This is not persons within the region that support the New National Party and was there. You understand me? These are persons, die-hard New National Party supporters who came out yesterday, and I wouldn't say in numbers, we just show up. We just showed up because the boss said, listen to me, we having an urgent meeting. That is what grabbed everybody's attention. We want to know what's the urgency. And so we went down to the Trade Center Annex and we listened to properly delivered message from different persons within the political organization. If that does not resonate in the mind of them, and I'm not calling no name today, if that doesn't resonate in the mind, I am saying to you Grenadians, these people are not ready for a next general election yet. Because when I saw the photograph last night, I just be like them, I just play the devil's advocate when I want to. So when they showed me the picture from the back, I said, okay, they're going to talk about that one. You understand me? They say, I said, when I saw the viewing from the back, I said they're going to talk about that one. I know they're going to ask for a front viewing. And ladies and gentlemen, I got the front viewing. I saw the crowd. I watched the audience. I watched the enthusiasm of the audience. I saw persons listening, not the speaker speaking and persons shoo-shooing within the audience, or people yawning as if they want to sleep, as if they're bored. The very young, talented young lady who was the moderator, or who narrated, or who was the host, or the master of ceremony. What an excellent job done. Everything was on point. Everything was just on point, ladies and gentlemen. And I am saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, this knowing, being a part thereof, and one of the persons who would normally get those messages, I got this message only Thursday evening. as somebody who is part of the public relation and being able to, sometimes when they have meetings and so on, to post certain things. And I got that just about Thursday evening. Notwithstanding that, Sunday morning, the location changed. Sunday morning, the location changed. They say we're not doing it here. And it wasn't said we're not doing it here, we're going in St. David, you know. We didn't say we're not doing it there, you know. We're going higher up in Grenville, you know, or St. Andrews, you know. We changed the entire scope of the meeting, shifting it from one location, bringing it even further away from many persons. So the St. Andrews people, the Sotes people, the St. Mark's people, all those people had to shift gear. Yeah? And we say we're going to a different location. We're not going there again. And persons put their boots on and they say, listen to me, I don't care where NNP going, I will be there. We show up and we show off. Statement made. Be that. I'm calling it very early. We ain't for no joke this time around. Ain't nobody staying home this time around and ball, we win already. This is not the time. You understand me? They realize what happened yesterday and know they watch it. They go try to debunk it. They go try to say all kind of thing about it. But ladies and gentlemen, what doesn't lie? The tape does not lie. Go watch the tape. Go watch it. Go listen to the different speakers. Somebody posted, one of them posted yesterday and say persons, they watch the program, they watch the meeting and they thought NNP would have talked about policies. Policies what? No. We're not talking about no policies. We're sending fire straight down the hatch. Policies? If you only want to hear policies, listen to American president debate. Right now we're down the hatch. We're letting all you see, we're exposing all the lies, we're exposing all the things that they would have said, the things that they're trying to make look bad now. Anyway, let's move on. NNP, I looked at on yesterday, and mind you, as I said, I wasn't there. I was not there. So they have a lot of more, I want to song as bright as them, a lot of more bad NNP that was not there yesterday. So a few of us didn't show up. You understand me? So I'm hoping that the people out there in the diaspora, you watch that. That is we down here. Yeah? That is we. That is we down in Grenada here. Right. Let me say less. So I'm moving on. Conversation go get nice now. Ladies and gentlemen, so last week we had no other opportunity but to expose them in the best way that we can. We didn't hold back anything last week. And if you look at the different pages, the different things that have been said, and so on and so forth, we would have noticed that Baby Bear went in last week, because after the whole incident would have happened at the parliament, they felt to themselves like they won. Yeah? They felt to themselves like, oh, we have NNP where we won them. Yeah? But you see, it takes an incompetent organization not to in any way ill-treat them. They are going to demolish for themselves. Yeah? So Baby Bear went in last week, and Baby Bear would have realized to herself that she knows it all. Yeah? Maybe straight from Lavolin, she came straight in parliament. So Baby Bear went along and with the position that she have, made a statement to the Grenadian people of that nature.
If my memory serves me right, Mr. Speaker, this facility was launched in 2015. And it was as a result of quite a number of different natural disasters that occurred in the region and elsewhere.
Just to remind you, CRIF was established in the year 2007 following Hurricane Ivan in the year 2007, and I know Grenadians will not forget Ivan given the devastation that particular tropical cyclone caused on your country.
It took our country 8 years. Mind you, we were faced with Hurricane Ivan, a Category 3, 2004. We were also faced with a Category 1, I believe, Hurricane Emily, 2005. And it took the government then, not this members, not our beloved Prime Minister now, not the former one before who represented the same institution that we come from, but it took that opposition 8 years to join the facility.
And Grenada was in fact the poster child for CRIF. And Grenada has been a member of CRIF from the inception, and I'm talking about from 2007.
So ladies and gentlemen, this was Baby Bear. Baby Bear went in playing all educated, Miss Know-It-All, trying to sound intelligent after coming out in Lavoulane's in she drunk self and decide she going in parliament just as she are. Yeah? So Baby Bear don't fact check. She don't how she be, she just like how they slide the paper for her, she don't change it. She just read. Baby Bear just went in hands down. Baby Bear don't care if she crash. So Baby Bear, how they give her, so she read it. So Baby Bear had no idea as to what was on the paper. Because Baby Bear was wrong on all accounts. You understand me? And Baby Bear is going to say to the crowd, if her memory serves her right. No, Baby Bear, your memory serves you wrong. Your memory didn't go that day, Baby Bear. Right? So, Baby Bear had it all wrong. Baby Bear did not get it right at all. So, we say, listen to you. Listen to us. Baby Bear don't get it right. They don't tell her retraction statement because, well, the blind leading the blind. So, we say, let's give Mama Bear the opportunity to fix what Baby Bear did. Yeah? So we say, let's give Mama Bear, because Mama Bear may be running, and she said, listen to me, I don't like how they treat Baby Bear yesterday. Realize I'm using the Trump hand movement? Yeah, I'm using the Trump hand movement, Papa. Because Mama Bear decided she's going to defend what Baby Bear said. But Mama Bear is even worse than Baby Bear. So listen, Mama Bear. All you listen, Mama Bear. Listen, Mama Bear, come and defend Baby Bear.
Because we heard a lot from the other side, while we were still here, about the advent of Hurricane Ivan. Least they forget. Or maybe it's 20 years ago, so you can forget. But Mr. Speaker, 15 and 10 years after, we saw topplings on houses across Grenada. So Mr. Speaker, when you're talking about a month, just a little about a month ago, and you're asking to clean up and to rebuild, Mr. Speaker, you can't be serious.
I, Delma Thomas, do swear that I will faithfully execute the office of Minister for
They should have locked you up when you say that.
Housing and Community Empowerment without fear or favor, affection or ill will, and that in the execution of the functions of that office, I will honor, uphold, and preserve the Constitution of Grenada.
We need to look back as we talk about housing. During that time, how many people can say that we receive housing assistance under NDC government? NDC government see housing and improving the life of people, ordinary people as greedy and needy and greedy. That's what they call them. But the only true government, Mr. Speaker, the only true party that truly cares about our people is the New National Party. And our people, they do not forget. So let's not take them for fool and say there's a wave. There's no wave.
There, ladies and gentlemen, was Mama Bear. So Mama Bear got the opportunity to fix what Baby Bear did, and Mama Bear made a spill of the honey. She made the situation even worse. Because Mama Bear, she said it in for herself, you know. Lest they forget. Lest they forget. The history, ladies and gentlemen, would show that the timing that Mama Bear is speaking about, that she was in charge of building the hive. She was the housing, the person responsible for the housing capacity of the hive. So Mama Bear, when you say 10 to 15 years after that was happening, Mama Bear, you was the one drinking the honey from, oh my God. But let's not listen to what Mama Bear said. Yeah? Let's not listen just to what Mama Bear said, because all you know me, I like to ensure that when I get in information or when they give information, they normally does not fact check what they say. And I tell all you, even if sometimes all you don't see me come on the program, that doesn't mean I am not focusing on what I am hearing or what I'm listening to. But anyways, I am going to give to you an excerpt, ladies and gentlemen, from the Wallback documentation. And I'm going to read a little piece of that for you. That speaks to the rebuilding process, and that was released in October 31st. And I could even make the link, because if you look right now to the persons that are on YouTube, I just made the link available for you guys. Right? So that's the link that I'm about to read from. It goes on the housing. Yeah? I can't read too good, so you'll follow me here. Right? And this was released on October 31st of 2005. Yeah? 2005. Right? And I'm reading from a documentation that was made public by the World Bank. Because you see, they don't like to fact check it. So I'm going. Damage to housing, one of the most serious effects of Ivan. Initial estimates conclude that 27,000 houses or homes were affected. 89% of the housing stock. Many homes suffered from inadequate structure design, making them highly vulnerable of hurricanes. Even the majority of the structurally sound did not survive such a powerful storm, particularly because of the strong microburst activity. In June 2005, a more formal quick assessment carried out by the Department of Statistics found that Ivan had damaged 79% of houses. Poor households were the most severely affected, as the homes less likely to be structurally sound. At the same time, 65% of the sturdiness home on the island suffered damages. Right? Over half of the population was displaced from their homes in the aftermath of the hurricane. 7% to be homeless through June 2005. You hear how much percent? After a 79% house damage, it was only 7% that was homeless. This displacement highlights the fact that many low-income houses have not been able to reconstruct their homes because of the high cost of labor, construction materials. Moreover, demand for housing has led to some unqualified workers to enter the market of contractors comprising the quality of some construction. Only 10% of household and home insurance, or they was not insured, who also constrained reconstruction. Finally, issues concerning landowners and titling, land use and development regulation have hindered access for some households to reconstruct assistance from local source and internal donors. Process to date, and we're speaking process to date as of October 31st, 2005 from the World Bank organization. They says, of the roughly 27,000 homes affected by Hurricane Ivan, an established 15,100, 56% have been repaired to date. In addition to insurance payout, personal savings and remittances, homeowners have benefited from a variety of government and donor financial programs. Much effort was made to encourage people to rebuild using the hurricane-resistant standard. However, many are still using similar materials and standards before leaving and vulnerable future disaster. The provision of assistance to the poorest who have not been able to rebuild effectively to ensure the people rebuild using appropriate standard remains a key challenge to the government. After Ivan, the government, through Emergency Housing Committee, initiated a reconstructed program with 4 components. Construction of new homes of vulnerable population for at least 45 million US to date. The government has rebuilt 404 homes. After initial problems, the program is now proceeding rapidly, and 600 additional homes should be rebuilt at the end of 2005. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm reading a documentation that was made public in 2005 by the World Bank. And Delma Thomas stands in the House and Parliament and says that 15 years after, 10 to 15 years after, people was under trampoline. You too damn lie. You too lie. Distribution of construction materials at a cost of 8.2 million. The government has provided rebuilding supplies, including galvanized roofing and wooden blocks for housing frames. The material has now been distributed in 5,500 households. The program is expected to benefit 7,000 households by the end of 2005. In some areas, government and donors assist was distributed through community and committees that were established in the wake of the hurricane to organize rehabilitation and local living. Fact checking. This is information, ladies and gentlemen. I just made it public. So the persons that are over on well, I'm gonna make it public. I won't put it on my YouTube, my Facebook page too. This is information that was disseminated in 2005, 1 year later. And the documentation is solely based on the rebuilding of Grenada. That is the heading. Grenada, a nation rebuilding, an assessment of reconstruction and economic recovery 1 year after Hurricane Ivan. 1 year after Hurricane Ivan. And this lady stands in the House of Parliament and says to the Grenadian people, or says to the world, moreover, that the people of Grenada had to take 15 years. 15 years, ladies and gentlemen. She stated that the government took to start the rebuilding process in Grenada. You too damn lie. You too lie. Because the information is there. And as I said, I just made it public. I made it very much public. So you can go and watch it. 70 pages. Yes, go read it. Go specifically on the 5. Number 5. It is in Roman numeric number. Go on the 5. It speaks to housing. It even has a bar graph. You even have a pie chart, that speaks to the different levels. Go and look at it. I'm not talking Papi Show. Go look at it. Number 5. Yeah, that's what the classroom is about. When I give all your work, go and watch your work. Don't take me word for it. Go and look at the work I just sent you guys. Because you guys want to be quizzed on it. Go on it. There's a pie graph. There's a pie graph that is there that shows you the different days, periodic of housing displacement, 49% of households displaced, and they showed you the recovery process and so on. Delma stands in the House of Parliament, Mama Bear. Mama Bear stands in the House of Parliament and says 10 to 15 years after, stating that 10 to 15 years after, Grenada, there were still people on the trampoline. You lie for your pay. Yes. Yes, Kala, first day school are giving all the homework. They too lie. And when they lie, now calling them out. Because I say to you, you need to fact check. Don't take what these people let them tell you. Don't take what these people let them tell you. Don't take what these people let them tell you at all. Just want to check that All documentation somebody sending for me there. I want to ensure. Yes, as they say, we cook it with gas. Yes, sorry about that. So, ladies and gentlemen, you see it yourself. You see it yourself that this is an organization built on misleading. Because they can't fix each other. They cannot fix each other. Because all they continue to do is spread information like that. And because she was the minister, they are going to take it like gospel. You hear? You hear a table knock? For saying that the real dotish? You hear a table knock for saying I was not good? But I guess what I just gave to you guys here might have just saved her. Maybe. Because I can't believe this. You can't say to me that you were a minister of government of a specific ministry. Your past organization gave you kudos. You bellowed it all over, saying that even the political leader always said that you were one of the persons he trusts within the party. You bellowed that. And then you go and stand in the House of Parliament debunking a congratulation that was given to you. You left the party with proper accolades. Nobody said at no point in time you were an incompetent minister of government. You left the party with good kudos. And then you stand in the House of Parliament and make an ass of yourself. Making statements of that nature. 10 to 15 years after, you were a minister. You were the only minister, the longest served minister of housing. Hence the reason why even after, they called you all kind of names. They call you all kind of names. The same set of people you go and cozy up to now. They call you all kind of names. That is all we have. He said, that is all we have. Delma Damas. That is all we have. Now you sit and you drink wine with them and making a mockery of yourself. Grown woman like you are saying it. Tell her these few days I ain't backing down to nothing and nobody. I am not retracting my statement. I'm not doing it. Put me out. You can't say to me that an incompetent statement deserves a table knock in the House of Parliament. Incompetent statement. And the thing about it, they sit there and you make that statement and they pound the table. Mama Bear said 10 to 50 years later, people were still on the trampoline. The 2008 NDCU stated did nothing for housing. Not my words. It wasn't my words. You said it. You want a reminder? I got it. If you want a reminder, I got it. Hold on. Let me remind you when you said it. Tell me what all you see. Don't say what you see.
How many people can say that we receive housing assistance under NDC government? NDC government see housing and improving the life of people, ordinary people as greedy and needy and greedy. That's what they call them. But the only true government, Mr. Speaker, the only true party that truly cares about our people is the New National Party. And our people, they do not forget.
I'm glad you said that part too. So when you said what you said in Parliament, you thought we forget. We forget, you thought we forget that this party too?
Office of Minister for Social Development, Housing and Community.
We didn't forget that part. We knew, we know, we are aware. So lest you forget, what a sad soul. What a sad soul of a politician in which many, and I can tell you that, let me tell you something, within the party, I'm not afraid to tell nobody that. This was one of the women within the party. I know many young NNP supporters, female supporters that is, looked up to this lady. I believe at one time, based on her deportment and behavior and so on, she was ranking with a lot of big names. But you fall in the mess, instead of going and wash out yourself from the mess, you just keep the mess on you and you just start to smell shit. You understand? We allow you to leave. We allow you to go. We say go on. You don't want to bring us? Go on. Then you go and you stand in the House of Parliament. Mama bear and baby bear. Mama bear and baby bear. Waste. None can help the other. Oh, I just stand proudly and just say, I look up to her and I just help her. And she's a young, woman that I look up to, and and I could advocate for her and nothing. That is the result of your teaching. That is the result of your teaching. That is what you're telling us. So all the time you've been teaching, minister cause bad word. Yeah? Minister drunk. Minister never see nobody yet. And now this is what she been saying. This is the result. This is what we're saying. Somebody saying it. This is the love and respect I had for this woman. It's human. But we're moving on. Touching on something else. We don't want to stick too much. So, well, I don't want to play it, but there's a guy who speaks about the 3 blind mice. But anyway, let's move on. Moving on. Our dear brother Cox brought some light to it yesterday, and in fact I got information. But the Minister of Education, since after Tevin curse you taking out all your rage on kayaks. Yes, I said it. Since after Tevin put you in your place in Carriacou, you want to take out your rage on kayaks. So Brother Cox shared this information with us yesterday.
Brothers and sisters, we have a challenge. Just imagine school is about to start tomorrow. And the Minister for Education came a couple days before the official opening of school and said to Carriacouans and Petit Mandicans, you won't have school, but in the next 2 weeks we will see what happening.
Now let's pause that day. Now let's just pause what has been said there. Now, let's take it to mean, because they go say, he lied. Now let's take it to mean this is not true. Or let's not listen to what Brother Cox just said. For the many of us, I know many of you guys, you like your news and you pay attention to your news and you pay attention to information. Now, during let's say since after the carnival, we've heard about the assistant program and so on. What has been government's notion, or how public has government been on the issue of the reopening of school on the Sister Isle? So let's take it to mean what Brother Cox says is a lie. But how often have you seen government take it to converse about the education process and situation in Carriacou and Petit Martinique? So even if he's lying, what has been government enthusiasm? Have you seen government's drive as is what was with CARICOM? Have you seen that motivation to try their best, to see how best they can get things done or things can happen in Carriacou for children to start going back to school? And I'm just saying, just say what Brother Cox said was a lie. Let's take it to mean he's lying. But what has been government enthusiasm? Look at CARICOM. They build roads. They put up placard, they put up face, they put up all kind of things for a little CARICOM meeting for 2-3 days. What has been government enthusiasm? What has been their drive to say what now? Even if we can't get it done, let we see if we could, because we have enough tent and so on. And that is why you see what I spoke about when I spoke about the dumping of certain debris in parks and so on. You understand where I went with it now? Let's take it to mean there are many. Let's take for the Seventh-day Adventist belief and the tents and so on. They does normally have to have crusades. You telling me if you get about 3-4 of these tents and you want to put them in a park, you will not be able to facilitate children, even if it doesn't mean that it's going to be as comfortable as is the classroom. But what has been their drive? What has been their motivation? And then they come and tell people what? They have 75% of the roads have been cleared. So what you clear the road for? The most important entity of our growth and development of any country is its youthful growth in its resourceful form. So any drive of a country, most countries you go in, you always say, let's try to develop our youth. Let's ensure that our children are educated and so on. And then 2 weeks, you go to Carriacou and you say, a few days, you go in Carriacou and you say, well, we go try to reopen school, and if not, we go see what could happen. There's a conversation concerning the nation's youth, concerning the nation's education engine.
You know, and I said to him, I am a parent, and you are a parent. Do you think the situation that exists in Carriacou, it is satisfactory to come a few days to speak to parents about school? I mean, this is crazy. And what was his response? He see no issue with that. He saw no issue with that. Brothers and sisters, a number of the schools are being used for shelters, and gradually persons are moving out of the shelters. Some of the schools are damaged significantly. Some of the schools are non-existent, like for Dover School. It's no more.
And I paused in the day because we saw photos went out. And we can't get a school. We can't get a school, but you have people that had daycare before that and they started to rebuild already. Yeah? It was made public. We have the documents. The tape don't lie. That is an NP for you guys. We don't just come with things. When we come in with it, we come with photographs, we come with information, we come with documentation, all kind of thing. Schools yet to be rebuilt. And then we hear of a sudden PS and this person is alleged to be building a brand new building when they used to rent. They are their own place now. What has been government? And let's be honest. Let's be logical thinking individuals. We heard so many things. Every time you turn your TV on, you know well CARICOM was coming up. You know something. You know when government is into something. You know when they are into something. You know when they want something to benefit them. Because they want to cozy up to the friends and family within the region, believing to themselves that that is going to help whenever they need it. Let me tell you something. Dr. Mitchell's resources didn't come by him rubbing shoulder or licking the art of anybody else. It came by them realizing that this is a prime minister, this is a leader who wanted good for his state, as small as they were. So you grow up and you hear talking about Jamaica and Barbados and all these places and then this gentleman came as a leader, and then we name was calling with all of them. Right now we name calling with and surpass them. Time you hear about, I remember in my time growing up, you hear about Carpover, or Trinidad Carnival, and everybody want to go down in Trinidad for Carnival. People say, oh, you don't do nothing in culture. And Grenada is today what? Well, for the past 3 years after mashing it up, what have been the mecca of Carnival in the Caribbean? Spice Mass. Spice Mass. He did nothing for sports, but anytime he had a toe of any cricket team in the world, Grenada was sure to get international players playing right here. Yeah? Invitational. The greatest names that we saw. Sorry to the elder folks who didn't get a chance to see the Michael Johnson and so on, and all the big names that was in your time. Leadership of Dr. Keith Claudius Mitchell. I sat in the National Stadium. Furthermore, I secured the big names of athletes right here in Grenada. Shake hands with one or two. All because of Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. In every aspect, we were known internationally. And not because he went to rob or lick anybody's food. It's because at the end of the day, his work was speaking to him, speaking for him. His work was speaking for him. And at the end of the day, this administration shows no enthusiasm in nothing of state unless he could put something in their pocket. Carnival? Watch how they treat Carnival. Watch how they treat Carnival. Knowing that we just came out from the CARICOM conversation. Yeah? Watch how they treat Carnival. Don't care. Don't care. They gave nothing. They didn't give a flop. Yeah? Because these persons that were coming here from the diaspora wasn't coming straight to them. They wasn't cozying up to them. Watch how they treat independents. Because they knew for themselves that they was getting the opportunity to bring he or she or them. And you see, you heard the Prime Minister said that himself, you know. When he spoke in Satés, that is what he mentioned. He said, you want the people to see Grenada when you come and you land on the airport. This is what they want. They want Grenada to be a visual production. That is not how it works, brother. The people on the ground ought to be eating in order to be fed. So ensure that the people on the ground had the money in their pocket and feeding the persons around them. And they don't care who they affect. They don't care. For example, and I'm speaking about it, the FIU in Grenada. They wanted the neck of one man. Tafawape. That is who neck they wanted, you know. But he would have tutored and taught so many persons below him that at one point in time, even if you get rid of him, there was about 15 or 5 other Tafawape within FIU. So you're getting rid of him, but he would have taught so many people the ideology, the practice, the things to follow, that even if you got rid of Mr. P, there were about 4, 5, 6 other P in FIU. Because he nurtured them enough. So when they got rid of him, realizing that the others below him still have the same ideology and training and thought, what they do? They dismantle the whole of the FIU. They didn't care what happened. When last have you heard anything as it relates to Grenada FIU? When last have you heard any conversation, anything concerning Grenada's FIU? When last? The majority of persons who were there, they tendered a resignation as police officers. Because they was unfairly treated. They had the merit, they had the standard, they had the training. Every one of them was given a rank or were qualified enough to get a rank. And after they demolished the entire FIU, when last you hear about the FIU? And that is NDC's concept. I cut in the head, I don't care what happened to the rest of the body. They cannot, ladies and gentlemen. And you see, the body of them, and go up to them any day. And all they could give you is a set of character assassinations. Oh, you this and you can't get man and you do this and you do that. And you... Bring policies, bring information, fact check, compare and contrast. There is no time in history that the new National Party has taken over office and had such a deplorable force 2 and 3 months in the office. By this time, in any time of the reign, there were projects, there were things being done. There were things happening on the ground immediately in taking office. And 1995, young Keith Mitchell got the ball rolling from day one. Take any 2 years. And I don't advantage us. They don't make 23 or 25. So I'm saying to them, take any 2 years. Take any 2 years of the new National Party and compare and contrast it with this 2 years we have just seen. And tell me if this is not the worst political administrative reign you have ever seen in the history of Grenada, Carriacou, Petite Martinique. And mind you, the opposition is doing nothing. The media is doing nothing. The police force is demolished, demoralized. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So they are self-destructing. You have a parliamentary representative, a minister of government making a live ever so often, and every time he make one, is problem within the party. Looking at the deportment of the prime minister, I feel the prime minister was fed up at that point. The prime minister must be fed up, because you can't tell me based on your public image, you don't simply understand that sometimes you need to hush your mouth. You are seeing it, ladies and gentlemen. The persons are on our way. And the thing about it, and as Dr. Mitchell's favorite word, consultation. These people are not asking no question. They are like headless chickens. No question being asked. A country has been, your sister island has been demolished. Your most immediate thing thereafter the summer vacation is the reopening of school. How can you say to me that the Minister of Education goes days before and tell the persons there that we don't know and what, and that was a conversation that should have been happening long? This is a conversation. Mind you, there should not even be a conversation. Government should have at least placed an area especially for the persons who are going into the 5th form. 3, 4, 5. So even if you don't want to put on the entire 100%, oh God, well, pay attention to an entity now, a certain amount, so we see, well, okay, you're making an effort. But you say nobody not going back. But what are you putting to this table? What is your solution? What is your suggestion? Okay, you cannot reopen school. It is bad. What are you suggesting happens here? Typical example, consultation again. Consultation. You boast that 75% have been cleared up. You have a sudden telecommunication that is up and running. My God, and you have a tablet program running? And you want to say it on the program to give them an idea, you know? You have a program running. You had a proper program during COVID-19 where persons were home and persons were being tutored and work was being sent and it worked. Again, consultation. Speak to somebody. You know, the NNP government had I wonder how the NNP government would have done the school, the tablet thing during, you know, COVID-19. I wonder if we could maybe have a conversation with them to see if maybe they could give us an idea as to, you know, how we think that process could work. Kala, wait. Kala, you're like a student day where I'm teaching and you just do something funny in the class. You just... Kala see somebody escape from South St. George again. Oh my God. Let's leave that for another day. Yeah. It happened before. That is the conversation, ladies and gentlemen. It happened before. It worked before. It worked. The past administration did it during COVID-19. And they did it in a time when persons were actually supposed to be in. They were home. So the opportunity to go visit and so you give the teachers maybe, okay, let's take the opportunity. Maybe you have days, you know, we're gonna use one day in the week to maybe see the students. Yeah, but we're gonna use the tablet maybe for 2-3 days of the week. You know, ease their mind maybe on a Friday, you know, give them a little time off. Maybe you can do but then again I can say recreation because I'll go and throw all kind of thing in the park. So maybe the teachers could meet them maybe one day and do a recreation. I mean, people have not been paid for that. I'm not even that qualified for this. And this is mere normal everyday suggestions that an individual, this is your most important thing now. The reopening of school. Carnival done. You all didn't pay attention to Carnival. Your most important thing now. And the thing about it, you even get the opportunity, even if you have a setting, you get the opportunity to even get the children something to eat. Nowadays I hear things spoiling up there. Nadma start to smell like if somebody dead inside there. So you are not going to be, you don't have no reason to spend any set of big money on finance and on maybe feeding, because you have it, you are donated, people are going to donate, so on and so on. LMP did it. Come on, duh. Yeah? So we know it could happen. Resources, process. We know it can happen. But then when you go a few days and you make it sound like if you come and tell a fella, you know, I come along the road there with $15 and they plan to buy rum for you and I don't see the money, no boy, so maybe next time we see, I go buy the rum for you. This is not that. This is not that, ladies and gentlemen. And it saddens me to be a part of a country in whereby simple concept, simple understanding, simple notion, simple things that should be brought forward by persons who have been selected or given the opportunity to do better is making a damn fool of themselves. Because those things that I just mentioned are off the tip of my head. Like, me don't go to no big school for this, as we don't say in local terminology. And the manner in which you guys are going about doing things, and it's like you lack understanding on what should happen, what must happen. It must give people the opportunity to sometimes question you guys and maybe you want to literally point at cursing you guys. Yeah, somebody saying school feeding can get a good start on the results of the food donation. Because we hear people they're throwing things now. Teachers won't have to beg for water again because all you go give them. Yeah? Fact checking people. And let me tell you, in going forward, we're motivated and we continue to be motivated. Continue to listen to programs like this. Continue to grasp information. We are not saying to you mediocritively that we want all you to just vote for an NPDO. Check your facts. Look at it, compare and contrast. Look at the record. See whether or not this is an organization or an administration that has done what they would have mandated themselves to do. Now health was bad. What has been the improvement in health? Promise of housing. What has been housing improvement? Speak about even as simple as seaweed. And what they could do about seaweed. What have you seen happening? What have you seen happening? It is not we just coming here and say, let me run down NDC. No. There is no results. No results. And you have a displacement of so many families. And as the gentleman said in one of the live, you have an area that is, housed or is being, and then you're looking at a new location to go and start a bill house. And that is what they're doing. They like, and I keep saying that to you guys, and it's not the first time you're going to hear me say it. They like the headlines. Or they post up, we're looking at a place in Dumfries or wherever they stated to go and start a new housing project. Duh. There is a housing project in Karakou. Start there. Start there. Start placing people into the different units, and let's start there. So we know where we're going from there. But you come and you put a big head in. Oh, well, you're going to build house in Dumfries. Like Grenadians so stupid. We don't custom with that kind of lie or no custom giving. We get used to that. Come on. Salaries was late this month. And we're going to speak to salaries. The coming days and so on. As I say to you guys, and believe me when I say that, there is no issue in this country when it comes to finances. Take what you know. The state is not at a bad place financially. But take a child in a fun day and give them $100, $200. See what they do with it. Mismanagement. They buying lollipop, they buying Pennacool, they give their friend $10, they give the next one 20. They go and ride on the ride for about 15 times. And you're giving them about 4 o'clock, and by 5:30 done. That is NDC government. Mismanagement of funding. The money is spending, and the money is being stolen too. Mismanagement of fundings. And then all what you hear they run down in NPA, but you see, and mind you too, they're trying to save a like a thing for campaign, you know. But the thing about it, they tried that already. NNP tried already too. NDC tried already. Grenadians are no more swayed by sweet talk. And Deacon Mitchell is going to learn that in the next general election. See, when you say, do. But you see when you don't do? See when you don't do? It was fortunate. And through good governance and leadership and good team, Dr. Mitchell was able to secure his position as Prime Minister every time. But I'm telling you, you don't have that fancy. Dr. Mitchell never had to micromanage none of his ministers. And he shuffling the pack again just then. And they see playing wappy with that ministry and them, you see. Every minute they shuffle in that pack. Wappy, I tell you, they playing with that government. Wappy. Because amongst him are not persons capable enough to keep this government afloat. And then when one costs, he fire one, he bring in the next one. When he get fed up with this one, he get rid of that one and he bring in the next one. And all he continues to bring is incompetence. Shuffling the pack right through. Wappy, yes. Wappy play. Gamble. That's what this administration, they don't need to call NDC no. Wappy government. Wappy. Gambling. Shuffle the pack now. When you realize that don't work, wrong number, you bet something big again. You say, well, okay, let me get rid of that one. I don't want ace. Give me Jack. And then you bet Jack and you realize Jack is ass. And then you come back to play Queen. You realize Queen know what ass to. You're just gambling. Wappy government, you call it. And you see from last week, they're going to start checking themselves. Because from the time they talk the shoppiness, we on the media. That's where they like. So the same place, as I remember one saying by a past commissioner of police, may his soul rest in peace, Mr. Bido. He said, where the donkey kick you? Beat it right there. So they like social media. Whenever they come with the social media problems and they make the shoppiness on social media, we bring it back on social media to show people that is with them, that is what they like. Are they like social media? So all what all you go and say in parliament, all what all you say on live, you see what we're doing them? We cut in, we pasting them, we putting them as one, social media. Right where the donkey kick you, kick it back right there. Yeah? So ladies and gentlemen, I know today I tell already coming in fiery. And I like the viewing today. The viewing went up to all 361. Yeah? Facebook all on 100 today. So that means I'm talking good thing. And they start to talk Sue. Hey, our dear brother in Carriacou. Tell you them fellas and them don't realize that he has some people that now they start to crawl out from below the stone. You see yesterday? We start to crawl out because we fed up. Give all the time. We say, well, all you win. All you win the election. Win. Every time. They want to know when it's convention. They want to know if Emlyn in charge. They want to know if this one in charge. That's all they want to know. But they don't fixing the problem. When your neighbor house on fire, what did I tell you? Wait yours. They don't wait in the house at all, but they come in for an NP. Come. Hello, come. Come for an NP. But we start to crawl out from below the stone and them, and we start to attack all you right where all you attacking us. Right where all you attacking us. And now all you want to say, oh, Sue, don't call me a thief. Hey, Sue. And who sue? And who want to sue? and who give you people date to retract the statement. The bike sorters, you thief, you damn thief. That is why you don't like me. Thief never like to see thief with long bag. And you say he's a thief? You is a thief too. We had the BBM message. We already begged the little girl. We know your business. We start to talk. So what? We free all you? Come with all you so. Next one said the other day, he want the RGPF to beef up on cyber security so he could get a name and address of people. By stay there and take place. Hey. Stay there and take place. You balling now? You want to sue now? That is an NP for all you buy. We just hush and for a little while, never long. Take place. You want to sue now? Bang those boss. Bang those boss, but what? You stay there and take Susu in you? Yes. Oh, look for Alex. They go get. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I officially end today's programming. Stay there and take jamming. Yes, yes. They run them out. They run them out. Oh, Dr. Mitchell is a Morocco. He's a this. This one is this. This one this. And this one that. Yeah? We know all your business. We know all your business. Take it easy. We know all the business. All you know mine, I know all you. You understand me? And you know, when we jump out big. Remember brother Andre Donald? You see how we just jump out? One jump out and then we affect the whole systematic condition and then after that, Hurricane Ivan. Take it easy with NMP. Take it easy. About you want to sue? Sue who? For what? You's a thief. A thief? You thief too. I don't know. Tell me to retract my statement and sue me. It is alleged, ladies and gentlemen, in this evening's news, that there is a guy somewhere in the north side of the island who was accused for thieving. He's a thief. We no break for a commercial cars. Yeah? So, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure again today to be in your company. Definitely, it is always important to come and be able to dialogue with you guys, be able to give you all conversation, and be able to disseminate factual information. If anything that I said here today was not fact or facts, then just send back the information to me. Say, listen to me. You see, I tell them, fella, they say the boy thief a cell phone in Philbert Stowe. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure being in your company. I'm about to make way for my dear brother who's up next, and we want you guys to have a wonderful evening, and we will see you guys again tomorrow. Tomorrow, definitely. Sorry, tomorrow, and we'll be back here same time, same place. God's blessings to each and every one of you, and don't forget the information disseminated, and what we're pushing now is that person starting to get registered so that we are up and ready for the next general election. All right, I'm your host, Ross James, for another wonderful evening. God's blessings. We'll see you again tomorrow.
This is an SOS from the Trinidad. Location 7 miles off the coast of Venezuela. SOS, SOS, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Help! Help! reading low. Shall we abandon ship or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Whoa, whoa. The Trinidad, oh, she was a beauty with wealth that few surpassed. And in her day, she sailed majestically. There were few in her class. Faithfully, she fulfilled her sailor's need. Some were overpowered by greed, and so they pilfered slow. Some took by bulk and go. Now she looked dull, she's at the lull. She could barely sit on her hull. Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. Oh yes, we gas tank almost empty, no electricity. The oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The Trinidad, in her day of sailing, she was a friend to one and all. She never once ever hesitated to answer all SOS calls. And yes, well, she always did her best to help all those in distress. Now it's so sad to see she's in difficulties. Though she helped share, some of them share and sarcastically declare, Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. We gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship or shall we sit on it and perish slow? We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Whoa, whoa.
If only there was something I could have done to restore the credibility of this beautiful vessel. Money's no problem.
Now there's a lot of fingers pointing, suspicion running strong. Who's to